Welcome to the BAM podcast. That's right, BAM, business and money instead of bitching and moaning. This is the 2.0 version of the top 3 podcast, True Underdog. This will give you an inside look at building a business, overcoming business and personal issues, and most of all, not bitching and buying into this bitch-ass cancel culture lifestyle. I'm tired of it. I'm sure you're tired of it. Take it from me, who I've built 3 companies and have done over $1 billion in sales in my time. You're going to hear from cool-ass guests as well on my show. You have 0 time to bitch, time to make your move. Let's fucking go. Bam! Bam! Jason Waller here with the Business and Money Podcast. That's right. That's BAM. No bitching and moaning. Time to take it to the next level. I've got a special guest here today. This guy is fucking hot to trot. I'm intrigued by what he's doing. I didn't do too much research because I want to fucking know, just like you guys want to know, his story. Let him tell it himself. Him get us motivated, inspired, ready to kick some ass. My man, Wes Watson. How you doing, baby?
I love the energy, Jason. Big Jason. BAM podcast.
Damn.
I love that, man. It's just, that's a great way to come in with it. I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. I mean, too many people complain anyways. And the whole thing about that shit is strong people suffer without complaining. Weak people complain without suffering. And I ain't a weak motherfucker. And we're surrounded by a bunch of them nowadays. And it makes me sick after doing 10 years in prison, coming out and building an 8-figure business within the first 5 years.
Yeah, which is fucking amazing. Like, I was super intrigued. I started to pull some of your stuff up. We got a mutual friend. I'm like, this guy's a bad motherfucker. This guy gets it. This guy's inspiring. He's got that voice. You know, only a few of us can really echo that bass. Eric Thomas is one of them. You're one of them. You know, just really strong presence, gets out there and gets people juiced up.
You have to have been through it. You have to live it. It resonates through your soul. One of my favorite Steiner quotes was that it cannot be done through study. It has to be done through life, and only through life will we actually. I've been looking around and I'm going, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? There's so much knowledge and there's so much education. What the fuck's the problem? And I looked around and said, we don't have an education issue. We have an application issue. And I'm going to change that by showing everybody how to apply everything every fucking day without fail, regardless of how you fucking feel.
Well, you've got a lot of people that follow you, not only on YouTube, but you've got people picking your brain on how to overcome things, how to better their life. And you talk a lot about, I was listening to some of your stuff this morning, about how important it is to master your body. Talk about when you got out of prison, what were your goals? And you already had the discipline, but how did that help build what you've got now?
I only teach what I've done. So what I've done is massacre, completely obliterate the negotiation process that starts with it. You ever don't call it like the inner bitch and all that shit? I don't even fucking go there. I don't even consider it. I just chose to completely wipe out the negotiation process. So I don't negotiate at all. So I made my day very difficult. I wake up at 2:45, have for 15 years. I'm at the gym by 4 a.m. or working out wherever I'm at. If I'm in my fucking cell, I'm working out at 4 a.m. in my fucking cell. It doesn't matter. I've done it for 15 years straight, haven't missed once, because that's everybody's problem. They're negotiating with the work that has to be done. They just want to do what they want to do. So I'm building myself in the greatest degree of what I admire, the individual I would fucking listen to. Are you the motherfucker you would listen to? So I created the person I would listen to, and I decided to teach that person, give that person to the world. And that's actually what a lot of top people, I mean, Maslow's law was self-actualization, self-transcendence. And the fact is that goes along with Maslow's law, which is self-actualization, then transcendence. You can't be actualized till you transcend. And that means teaching, as we're doing here. A lot of people don't realize they're transcending self by dropping ego to get on camera, by not caring how they feel to go teach. And that's what you're doing here. That's what I'm doing here. And that's what the people who will thrive in 2023 and beyond have actually learned, is that you have to do something, have a skill set, have the mindset, have the habits to then go push it forward. We really just don't take enough account for what we're able to do each day, which is the simplest things done at a high level.
You know, I think it's about the process. It's about the work we put in, right? In my book, I wrote, There's no elevator in life, right? You got to take the stairs. Anytime you try to cheat the system, you don't build that foundation. You don't learn from the failure. You don't get stronger from the fucking struggles. You're weak. When shit hits, you just run, right? And, I think your personality, right? Your strength, your conviction of how you relay messages and you bring people in, it's infectious and it's contagious in a good way where people are like, this motherfucker gets it. And you're right. The world we live in now is so fucking different than it used to be. My son said something to me not too long ago. He's like, Dad, I'm going to have an advantage. He plays football over a lot of these people because nobody wants to put the work in. Everybody's lazy. Everyone wants to blame everybody.
When a kid sees that, I'm just like, yes, he gets it. Fuck yeah.
Right. And more kids have to see that right now is the time to take it over.
A lot of people think they're suffering from adversity, and really they're just not getting their way and crying about it. There's a big difference between adversity, true adversity, and just not getting your way and being a fucking whiner about it.
You came out, you build your business. I want to understand what it is your business does. I think the world and the listeners out here, especially the BAM listeners out there, like, what is Wes doing to be so successful?
First, I started with training, nutrition, and mindset. And that was a program that still is $299 a month, $750 for 3 months, $1299 for 6, $2,000 for a year. We have an app that tracks everything. And then you're on Zoom calls once a week with me for mindset and accountability. That's my mid-level program. Then I have an elite program for the top people who I work with one-on-one on the Zoom call. And that's a bi-weekly Zoom call. That's $3,000 a month, $7,500 for 3, $12,500 for 6, and $20,000 for a year. This is where I work with really top people on any issues they're having. And it's the same app that we use, but the call is one-on-one. So you're paying for the one-on-one time, which is bi-weekly on that program. But what I've really done is I started to teach these people on the mid-level program, the elite program, to get their mind right, get their life right, really get to a stage of personal development when they're like, I fucking have to do this for a living. I love this. Now, one of my first guys, he was with me for a year, an essay from LA, gangster dude, and he's like, teach me how to do what you did. After I got him ripped, his first six-pack, got him to quit drinking, got him in better standing with his family, fucking was finally disciplined and positive for the first time in his life, Guerrero Fitness, and on Instagram. And then he's like, can you teach me to do what you do? I'm like, of course. And so I started teaching that for the same price point as my elite program. So I'm teaching them everything to do to build their personal brand, the offers to fucking deliver, everything to fucking post, everything to say, the calls to action, everything. And some of them have made $2 million off like 15 grand. Now they have the wisdom to do it, the know-how and the business running for the rest of their fucking life.
That's so fucking, I love when you can elevate and help other people get to the fucking next level.
People like this, they don't tell me, Wes, you changed my life. They're like, you changed my whole fucking family's life. Like, you changed my family, bro.
That's a game changer, dude. That's awesome. I get chills thinking about that.
We only should seek a leader who actually incorporates his teachings. That's it. That's all you should fucking look for. Is this man really incorporating his teachings? Because that's what we don't have. We don't have an education issue. We have an application issue. Your teacher, your guide, your motherfucker, your mentor has to be fully applying what he teaches for you to have the faith in it. And then his group has to be applying it to a T. So, I mean, I went to Andy Frisella's First Form headquarters.
Yeah.
The people are as militant as him. That shows who he is as a leader. I put down a weight at the 50-pound dumbbell was not at 6 o'clock. It was at like between 6 and 7.
Right.
The DJ came up and he grabbed it. He went, Andy, be pissed about that. And he put it at 6 o'clock. Perfect. The number's perfect. Everything there is perfect. They respect him so much that that's how they operate. And that's how a leader runs. I was so fucking impressed by that. I'm like, thank you, God, for letting me see that right now. That's how a man leads his people. And a man leads his people with straight, because they know he's dangerous and he's disciplined. Yeah. He will fuck your shit up, but he's disciplined enough to not, and he's going to handle it correctly. You can't take the intrinsic worth I've put in my soul from the work I've done every fucking day. And that's what a true entrepreneur is. That's what a true man is. Someone who validates himself with the work.
I built a $1 billion business and we ended up closing. You know, I had to lay off 2,200 people. We did $600 million in revenue last year. And so I found myself in a position. So the third company I built up for several $1 million. Like,
You're
What
a
the fuck am
monster.
I going to do? Am I going to
Fucking
sit here and
monster.
bitch? Am I going to complain? Am I going to whine? Even though there's a big fucking lawsuit against them and all this shit, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to focus on the next chapter. I'm going to focus forward. They can take the company because that fucking they can't take what's here. They can't take
Nah.
that hunger, that drive,
You
the
already
put in the
did it
work.
all. Like, you already did it all. You did it. They're asking how you did it. That's why someone like you is so good to learn from. You fucking did it.
I think if God gives you that gift of fucking energy, you got to fucking use it. You got to put it to work. And I love how you said you got to show everybody what you've got, because there are people out there that need to know you're real. They need to know, like, hey, I'm a real motherfucker. That's a real motherfucker. I can do this.
I'm a 99-1 motherfucker. There could be 99 bad things happen. I see the one way it could work, and I go right after that. They're like, Wes, there's all these reasons not to do it. I see one reason to do it. I'm in. But I'm the motherfucker who went to trial, and they said, Wes, Mr. Watson, there's a 98% conviction rate in San Diego and San Diego County. Are you sure you want to go through with this trial? You will lose. I said, bitch, are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to win. You don't got shit on me. I went to trial, lost like a motherfucker. But in the end, that lady who was in that room, who told me that I was going to lose, she took her life on 11/11/11 because she couldn't deal with the district attorney the person she was. She smoked herself. And guess what? I did my prison term, came out. Look where the fuck I'm at. I don't wish that upon nobody, but that's the reality of what karmic debt does to you. Imagine you're like from prison, and you've been out 5 years. And you're walking out the gym, and everybody has to see you walk out to a new crazy ass car each day, and just know that, fuck, this dude's murking it. Like, and then I can teach them all for $3,000 or $7,000 how to change their life completely. Like, I have a kid, he signed up the other day for 6 months at 12.5. Like 2 hours after our first call, he made $1,500. And now I'm going to ride with him for life, like guiding him. And I'm just building these fucking dudes who just get it. And what are they peddling? They're telling you to quit drinking. They're telling you to stop doing drugs. They're telling you to wake up early. They're telling you to work out, be positive, read, like understand your internal state and like your energy within and give good energy to people are all spiritual bypassing. They think it's okay to like care so much in God or the universe or whatever the fuck they believe in to where they don't have to do some real work in the real world. It's like you're supposed to be so spiritually inclined that you run by universal laws. They govern you and you actually have a tangible result on this fucking plane to then guide other people down here, because that's the goal.
Fucking men to that, dude. Like, I could sit here and talk to you all day just because the energy is fucking great.
Steak, it's on me. Fuck. Bro, we got to go. We would shut the place down. We'd just be hitting the table. Like, fucking,
let's go, dude. Like, we definitely got to connect. I come out to San Diego a little bit. I want to connect after the show. I want to pick your brain. I'm a big believer of everybody learns from everybody. And I am not the guy. It's like, I know everything. Like I could build a fucking business. I just started a new business a couple months ago, broke $1 million in sales in less than 2 months. Right. And I've opened it up, vested in that. So I've got that down to the fucking T. I can do it with my eyes closed. Multiple $100 million companies. But I've got to I want to get into the coaching game. I want to get into the helping motherfuckers, advising them, getting them to the next level.
You're going to laugh how easy I make it. You're like, people are like, what? This is that easy? I'm like, dude, it's that easy. Stop. Content, call to action, close. Here's what we're closing. Just stop. Just chill. And they're just like, what about this? What about this? That's what all those other guys told you that's not working for them. This is a personal brand. Relational over transactional. It's run completely different. It is run completely different than any business. It's almost stupid, but you have to look at the kids. You have to look at the kids that just love what they're doing, and they have such a monetizable brand from just loving it. I love my followers. Yeah. Like, I've been scrutinized for saying I'll trade everything else I have in life for my followers, and I won't trade them for nothing. Like, they're everything to me.
Yeah, that's key. So we're definitely going to touch base because I want to get into that part of that game. The podcast does great, the books, the speaking is great.
You owe the world that. It's not even that question. I
want to get out there and share it.
If you owe us, when you say multi-9 figures, I'm like, what? There's something I like. Everyone's going to be like, oh shit, what? And that's it. Everybody wants that freedom.
Yeah. And look, this close to going public, and then some shit happened. Like, super exciting. Did a bunch of presentations to public and private companies, learn the fucking game, learn how to, sell the business, raise capital, all of that shit. Pretty good, since I didn't go to college and lived a shitty fucking childhood. But I learned, kind of like you fucking found something and you learned. You failed, you learned. You struggled, you learned. You picked it up, you learned. You fucking got better. You failed forward. You didn't quit. You became persistent. Like you said, you posted every fucking day, and you didn't side press anything, which is the fucking difference of people being great and people just getting by. And I fucking love that, Wes. I do. I fucking gets me excited, man.
It's just got me beaming. I'm gonna haul ass in the F8 down to get a shake or something and back to the pad. But bro, life is lovely, bro. Just spread that positivity and energy to everybody and that love to everybody. But make sure love ain't lies, man. Put the brakes on them. When they're tripping, put the brakes on them. When they're out of alignment, when their actions, thoughts, and energy are out of alignment with where they're going, you got to fucking tell them. Be like, this isn't going to work. What the fuck is it? How does this end up? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, look at it. Where is it going? And they're like, oh, okay, I get it. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. This is going here. Alignment is not fucking rocket science, bro. It's literally the most clear as day thing. Do all these, this is what happens. But everybody, where they fuck up, they don't like the timeline. So they get out of whack trying to do crazy shit to try to shorten the timeline. That's the fucking problem. The greats just pick something. Say, I'm going to be the best at this for the rest of my life. Done. What?
No, I love that, man. Thank you for what you're doing in this world. Thank you for fucking being an icon, sharing the love, sharing the wisdom, making a fucking difference, and not taking shit, and helping this youth fucking step up and do what they got to do, baby. That's it. That's a wrap on the BAM podcast.